Welcome back, couch potatoes.
Episode 17.
My lucky number.
Oh, you're right. Well, welcome to episode 17 of Kouch Chronicles. I'm Kelsey.
I'm Kristen.
And together...
we are Kouch Chronicles. We are back to give you our April date recaps.
Woohoo!
And shocker, mine's with a different guy. You guys, I promise that this is so unlike me.
It is.
I hate it. I hate everything about it. But I'm meeting more people than I ever would if I just lived my life how I would normally without this challenge. And it's great. And I'm I have good stories, whatever. But I'm so tired.
I think that you've met more people in the last 4 months than you have in the last 4 years combined.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. On my own accord.
Yeah.
I'm the one doing it. I'm the one purposely going out and meeting a person.
You know, for your sake, I hope one of them sticks.
Yeah.
But for the plot,
ugh,
I hope it's a new one every single month of the year.
It's kind of fun.
And
funky fresh.
How cool would it be to say yeah, there was 1 year of my life where I went on a date with a new man every single month.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool. But for my sanity, I hope that something sticks.
Sanity comes first.
At least for 2 dates, you know?
Yeah.
Can I make it past 1 month?
Yeah.
I know it's not me.
No, because you're the one who's most of the time deciding not to go on a second date.
Yeah. I want that to be clear. I'm not saying that to be all I'm all that. But a lot of the time I go out on a date with these guys and I'm maybe. And then I'm no.
It's the more time that goes by that you don't see them, the less
interested I am.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or they just do something stupid. And I'm
okay,
I'm not going to put up with that.
Yeah, they say horrible things.
Yeah, actually. That's a story for another time.
Anyways.
Shocker. Kelsey's is with the same. Who would have thunk?
Yeah. Neighbor boy.
Welcome back, neighbor boy. 4 months in a row. Getting kind of boring. Just kidding. I am so kidding because I know he's listening to this.
But to be honest,
or watching,
it felt for so long of my life, 3 to 3.5 years of my life, I would go on one date with someone and they were so lucky if they got a second one.
Yeah.
So the last 2 people that I dated for quite a few months consecutively for the first time since my last serious relationship, and that's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, so April was a super busy month for...
Did you write a note about it?
Yep.
Okay.
We did a lot that day, so I had to write it all down. Yeah. So I was for sure going to forget.
That's fair. I'm probably going to forget half of mine. I didn't write anything down. But go ahead.
Okay. Also, this feels like it was forever ago because I'm pretty sure this was towards the beginning of April.
Yeah, and we're recording this on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
And I can't remember anything. So
Okay,
please
start us off.
Neighbor boy, it was the same weekend that Gabby was here, which was from I've talked about it, I don't know, recently.
I think it was the weekend I was in Houston for my brother's wedding.
Yeah. So I think Saturday. I don't know. Shit. One of those days.
I think it was Saturday.
Because you got home.
I got home Monday. But I was supposed to come home Sunday, and he was going to be there, possibly, when I got back.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Saturday, Gabby went back home, so then it was just me and neighbor boy. So we were let's just make this the date day because we didn't know if we were going to see each other again that month or if we'd have time to do anything really planned date. So we just kind of were winging it, which is very out of character for neighbor boy. I think he was probably so stressed now that I think about it, but I had a lot of fun. We started with going to get breakfast downtown. can't remember where we went.
Oh no, this had to be had to be on Sunday. You said Saturday, but that had to be on Sunday because didn't Saturday you guys went out with Gabby? It was the 3 of you.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay, so this was Sunday.
Yeah.
So we went to like the Breakfast Republic or something like that.
Ooh, I've heard that place is good.
If that's what it was really good. I don't remember. But while we were there, we were like trying to figure out what we were going to do the rest of the day. So he's like, well, why don't we like go garden and then just bop around? And I was like,
great plan.
When I tell you my excitement levels were like through the roof, because usually when I garden, it's because I'm going to bed. Like,
yeah,
I need to sleep. So that's what we did. We went back to the apartment. Mm-hmm. We gardened. And then, I remember what I was saying. I usually garden because I'm going to bed and I want to be able to sleep. So on the rare occasions that I do day gardening and like go out,
adventure time.
It's very exciting. It's like once in a blue moon because I often get paranoid.
Yeah.
But I knew with Neighbor Boy I wouldn't, because like I don't really have to think when I'm with Neighbor Boy.
Yeah.
I just am like safe, you know?
Yeah. You're just like floating.
Yeah. Okay. So anyways, we gardened and then we decided to go to the pool. So we just like laid at the pool. There's like day beds up there.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's beautiful.
It was incredible until the gardening kicked in and I was looking at the sky, like laying on my back. And then I started thinking about like, what if gravity stopped working and I fell into the sky? And I got so scared I had to turn over.
Yeah, that's a garden thought.
It still freaks me out when I think about it.
Oh my God.
Ugh. Anyways, that was really nice though. Got a lot of sun. We came back eventually and took showers and changed and then walked to Bub's.
I love Bub's.
Because at this point we were hungry.
Yeah, of course.
And we feasted at Bub's. We feasted. Yeah. I think we got like 3 big plates of things.
Ooh.
And just shared all of them.
I love that. What did you get?
We got the pretzel. We got...
Did you get the chicken tendies?
We got chicken tendies with like a bunch of different sauce flavors.
Ooh.
And then we got some sandwich. It might have been like a Philly cheesesteak, but
okay. Yum.
I don't remember. A sandwich. And yeah. And we laughed a lot. Like a lot.
Oh, I love that.
And then we came back here. And it was dark at this point, so we went and we sat on the couch and just like...
On the balcony?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the balcony couch. And like kind of cuddled. Sorry. And...
That was nasty.
And just like chatted. And yeah, it was like a beautiful night. So it was nice. And then we went to bed and then he left at like 6 a.m., 5 a.m. or something. Mm-hmm. I was like half asleep and I like walked him to the door. I don't even...
And then I landed at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I went to a job interview and I got rejected.
By the way. But
I have another job.
She got a job.
Yep.
Yay. Okay. That was my April date recap.
Yay. Cute. Casual. I love it. That's all.
I know you didn't mean for that to be punny, but that was funny. Casual.
Why was it punny?
Because we're like still sort of casual.
Oh.
You know?
Oh, yeah,
like,
that's not how I meant it.
Really.
But understand. Well, I hope he doesn't think that I said that on purpose. Or do.
Or do.
Okay.
Wait, I have to resituate too.
Good.
Your turn.
Okay, so my April date was actually at the end of the month. So I didn't take any notes because I went pretty much a whole month, basically, without going on a date with someone. Just so you know how hard it is for me to actually do this, everybody.
It was like a really long month. It felt like, but like busy.
Yeah.
Like I never realized it
we
like
were
felt
really
like
busy.
So much happened in the last month, but I also feel like it flew by.
I literally had my brother's wedding the first weekend of April, and then I was home for a week, and then we went to the bachelorette party, and now we're back.
That was this month.
Yeah, that was all this month. Or yeah, all April.
What?
I know, crazy. Anyways, so it did take me basically the whole month to go on a date. And it's with a new guy. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to call him.
Neighbor guy?
Oh my God. Okay. So yeah, Kelsey has neighbor boy. So we're calling him neighbor guy. He literally lives, I think, like 2 blocks away from us. So neighbor boy, neighbor guy. Okay.
Watch out, neighbor boy.
Watch out. Some competition for the name. Anyways, we matched on Hinge, and he had liked me on Hinge. And in his message to me, he had said, like, that he had seen me around and thought I was really cute, which was super creepy to me at first. I was like, I usually, if I get anything like that, because I have before, I'm like, ugh, no. But I was like, oh, I guess I do. Like, it's in a city. Like, before it was, like, just smaller where we lived. So it was just really creepy to me.
And we didn't like walk around the area all that often.
No, we didn't.
Not like we do here. And we did not have like a consistent walking path at the old place.
That's true.
It would have been weird if someone saw us enough to recognize us.
That's true.
On Hinge.
So I remember instead of saying no, I was like, like, he's like kind of cute and I want to know where he's seen me.
Yeah.
And because every time I've left our apartment, it's not like I dress cute.
I was just
like,
going to say,
I am in sweatpants or leggings with like an oversized crew neck or hoodie. Like, I'm not looking cute. I have no makeup on. I probably either have a hat on or my hair's up and in like a messy bun.
Yeah.
Like, not cute. So I'm like, where and when did you actually see me? Because there are very, very, very few occasions that I actually looked halfway decent leaving our apartment.
Yeah. Well, the only times, like, we both are always wearing sweats and leggings. Like, that's it. And hats and buns.
No, literally.
And so I think there's only been like 2 times where we haven't been, and it was when we went to the comedy show and we went to the Reds game.
Yeah. True.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's all that I can think of anyways.
Same.
I guess St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, but
even
that was
then,
like right when we moved.
I felt like we really did not try very hard.
No. But yeah, so I was like super intrigued because I don't know if it was actually me that he saw.
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever. So we were talking for a bit and then we finally agreed to like meet up, and we actually had like 2 previous dates planned and both fell through. I think it was like the first one we were supposed to go on like a morning coffee date. He has a dog and I have Shadow. So we were going to meet at the dog park and get some coffee or tea or whatever. And then like just go to the dog park together and let our dogs meet and then like whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's actually perfect because it's like a no pressure situation. And because it's in the morning, I can be like, I have plans. Bye.
Yeah,
you know?
True.
So that ended up falling through because his dog got sick, quote unquote. I believe him. But his dog got sick.
Quote unquote. I believe him.
Well, you never know.
You believe him with caution.
With caution. Well, now that I've met him too.
Yeah.
And then the second time we were supposed to meet up, I can't actually remember all the details about it, but I think that he ended up actually getting sick that time. Like he got food poisoning or like some virus or something, but he was like physically ill. And I was like, I don't want any part of that. Thank you. It was right before the bachelorette trip.
Yeah, and then he was gonna try to squeeze it in like the day before we left, but you were like, I don't want to do that, and then like leave the next day. Yeah,
and I was like, I don't want to do that, and you still be sick, and then I go to a bachelorette party and I get sick, you know. Anyways, so it finally worked out right after the bachelorette trip.
Long story long.
Long story long. We met up for drinks at this place in East Village where we live, and it was really cute, actually. It was very dark, which you know how I like dark places.
Mm-hmm. Yep, right
so
up your alley.
I loved it. We'll actually have to go. It apparently has 2 different speakeasies in it.
Okay.
But at least in one of them, when we were there, it was closed because of construction.
Okay. And
he had originally, I guess, made reservations for the speakeasy, but they canceled the morning of our date.
Yeah.
Because I think like the ceiling was leaking or like the plumbing or something. Something was wrong and there was just construction. Whatever. Not that important. We still went to the place just in the main area.
Right.
So we ordered drinks and I think we met there at Well, he actually walked from his place to our place, picked me up because we were walking because it was in the neighborhood.
Wait, I did not know that part.
Mm-hmm. He like quote unquote picked me up at our place, but like walked.
Wait, I did
from
not
his
know
place
that.
to our place. Yeah, and then we walked together to the bar.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good that you don't have to deal with parking or like getting in a car with him.
Because when I looked up where we were going, I was like, oh, it's only a few blocks away. And I'm like, he said he was going to pick me up.
Oh my god, so he never did clarify that he was walking?
He was like, well, I think he just said he'll come get me, which I just assume means a car, I guess.
Yeah.
But I've never lived in a city like this.
Yeah,
so
true.
I guess I don't know. But so he picked me up and we walked to the bar. And then sat and had drinks and shared this burrata, like, appetizer. And it was served with, like, it wasn't exactly pita bread, but it was some sort of bread.
Okay.
And then...
Was it, like, non-bread?
Maybe.
Okay.
It was so good. And it came with asparagus, too.
Oh.
But how...
Did you eat it?
I'm a new asparagus fan. I never used to like it. Kelsey made some for me a few weeks ago, and it was delicious. And then... I didn't realize it came with our appetizer, so I tried it at the place we were at. And it was like seasoned and had a sauce on it, and they were like kind of spicy.
Oh.
It was so good.
Were they crispy?
Not really. I would have wanted them to be crispier, but I think the sauce like made them like a little softer.
Okay, that makes sense.
But regardless, so good. I could have had a whole plate of those.
I love that you love them now because
Me
I
too.
love asparagus so much, and we never make it.
I love that I love it now because it just opens a whole new food that I can eat.
You have to have it grilled and like charred a little bit.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds good.
It's so good. So good.
Yeah. We both ordered ciders because I was like, I'm not doing alcohol, like liquor.
Mm-hmm.
But it did look like they had really good cocktails on their menu.
Okay.
But we both got the same thing. I ordered a cider and he was like, yeah, I'll do that too. And I was like, hell yeah. And then we just got to talking, and it was like right off the bat, I just feel like we were both like so comfortable with each other. It was like really nice. Mm-hmm. And he was like asking me about myself, and I was telling him about like, he like asked what I did for work, and I was like, well, this is what I would do, but I've been unemployed. Like I was laid off in January. Yeah. And so then we were talking about that, talking about school, talking about where we're from, our families, whatever. And it was just so like, I don't know, like normal. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not sure if someone outside, if they saw us, at least when we were sitting in the restaurant, would know that we were on a first date because that's how comfortable the conversation was.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
It was really, really nice.
Yeah.
And I think we got there around 7-ish, and we were there for like a couple of hours.
Oh my god.
And then I only got a couple drinks. We shared that appetizer. I knew we weren't eating like a meal. We were just meeting for drinks. Mm-hmm. And then at first we were going to go get dessert afterwards. But because we were sitting there talking for so long, the dessert place he wanted to go to was closed, I think. Or it was something. Or maybe we just completely forgot that we said that. And we ended up just going for like a walk instead. And he takes this like walking path that I've never been on since we moved here. Mm-hmm. And it was like so cute. And we went over like the pedestrian bridge by the convention center, and then we like walked on like the water and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then there's like an outdoor theater. I don't know exactly what it's called. Okay. In like a park. And then we walked by there. But by that time I had to go to the bathroom so bad that they had like public restrooms like outside this like amphitheater. But I was like, or like outdoor theater or whatever it was. And I had to go so bad. One of the doors was like propped open. And I was like, I like actually really have to go. And he like made sure no one was in the bathroom because it was like a single stall one, but it was the only door out of like 6 that was open.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I bet like people use this that like live in this park.
Ew.
Yeah. So, but I had to go so bad, and we were so far from anywhere that had an actual restroom. Like I should have gone at the restaurant. But no, I went in this restroom, and it was at least 10 p.m. by this point. Yeah, and it was kind of scary. I like walked out expecting him to be like right outside of it, and he wasn't, and it was some other man that was like standing there. And it was like a parking garage too, and it looked like he was trying to get into like the parking garage, but you had to like put in a code or scan into it. And he was just kind of standing there, and I was like, I literally walked out and I went And then I like looked to my left and he was standing like right like outside of where the bathrooms were. And he saw my face and started laughing. I was like, that was so scary. And he was like, sorry, I probably should have stayed over there, huh? And I was like, oh my God. Yeah. I just walked out to this man and he was like 6'5". Like he was a huge man.
Hold on. I have a side story. Okay. Because I feel like I knew at some point at least that something was like a little off, because I was at Neighbor Boys in LA and I all of a sudden was like, where's Kristen?
Oh my God.
And I go to check your location and it hadn't updated for an hour.
I had such bad service from when we started, like when we met for drinks.
Kristen. So then I'm like going, oh my God, it hasn't updated for an hour. And then I'm texting her and my texts are going as green.
Yeah, I wasn't getting them.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I was freaking out so much that Neighbor Boy started actually getting scared. I didn't even tell you that. He started getting scared.
Yeah, I was fine. I was just kind of scared to use a public restroom. I was just on a walk. But he like told me about his life. I'm not going to say much about what he was talking about on the podcast, but he was basically telling me about like the previous relationship he was in. And to me, I mean, I'll say what I was thinking. To me, I think it's just a little too soon to jump into something. And I know I'm not him. I didn't go through what he went through, but I am nervous about jumping into something with someone who has very recently gone through like a breakup or something. Mm-hmm. So I basically told him that while we were like on our walk, because we were chatting about it. And we both were like, but we like want to spend time together. Like, this is like so easy. Like, this is like, you're cool, I'm cool. Like, yeah, it was so nice. And yeah, he walked me all the way home from our walk. We had to have walked at least a couple miles.
Oh my God.
Like, just like through the city at night. I kept telling him that I had my taser on me and that if he tried anything, I would tase him.
Oh my God.
And he was like, oh my gosh, like, no, I grew up with sisters. Like, I would never. And I was like, you just never know.
True.
But so he knew I was armed, for anyone wondering. Yeah, but then he watched me all the way home. Like, no kiss, obviously.
Per usual.
Yeah. Why am I going to change something so consistent?
One of these months. There's going to be one out of the 12 months where it happens.
Maybe. We'll see. But, yeah. Then I went home, and by this point, I think I didn't get in bed until, like, between 11 and 11:30 or something. But, like, our date started at, like, 6:30 is when he, like, picked me up.
Well, I can say from experience, I don't recommend dating someone who is recently out of a relationship, no matter how much they say they're ready, because the first stage of a man's breakup is relief. Yeah. And then it all hits them.
Yeah. And I honestly like made that clear to him, and he was like totally cool about it. He's like, that's totally fine. I get it. And I was like, no, I totally get it. Like, I'm so down to like hang out, but I want you to know that like I don't want any part of that. Yeah. And he was just really cool about it. And I was like, awesome. And we've been still chatting. We've been texting. I think this next week or next weekend, or for when this is posted, it's going to be like that current weekend. We're going to go take our dogs to the dog park or something and meet up again.
I feel like it's so perfect to start it out, like just start it slow and like no expectations, no pressure, so that he can like fully process what he's going through while also dating you, but in a way that's not adding any pressure.
Yeah, I agree. And I also felt so proud of myself for like saying that like on the date to the person's face, because usually I just like don't like to confront anything like that. I'm always like, oh, nice.
Well, and you like, want to believe them when they say they're over it and they're fine.
And I just feel like at this point I've met enough men and I've experienced enough that I'm more comfortable like having those conversations, especially on the first date. Just be like, hey, like that actually, like, I don't think this is working for me. Or like, I don't want to do that right off the bat. Yeah. Like, I don't want to like jump into something because obviously, in my opinion, like it's too soon for you to jump into anything serious.
Yeah. And if they react poorly, then you know that that's not someone you want to be with anyways.
And it's like, obviously I didn't go through what this person went through, and like, I can't really speak for them, but just to like protect my peace. Sorry. Like, that's not something I want to jump into.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, that's my April date.
Yay.
Yay. So
neighbor guy and neighbor boy. Let's see how long the stories are about both of them.
I think neighbor boy is already winning.
Well, no, at the same time, I mean.
Yeah. We'll see.
Will it be neighbor guy and neighbor boy for the rest of the year?
So that's for our April dates. And I think next week we want to go back into like some type of more serious conversation, like we had been doing before. We're not entirely sure what we're going to talk about yet.
We want to have a deep conversation, like something meaningful.
Yeah. So and something that people can like connect with and relate to and know that maybe something we talk about is something that they think that they are experiencing just themselves. So maybe we'll talk about something that like hits someone deep. Yeah.
So let us know if there's anything you want us to talk about. We'll do some brainstorming.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep looking for the stories that you guys told me and post them on Reels.
Yep.
But if you're listening to this, watch us on YouTube at Kouch Chronicles. If you're watching us, listen to us on Spotify at Kouch Chronicles. Instagram, Kouch_Chronicles. TikTok, Kouch.Chronicles. And if you want to send us a story, it's Kouch.Chronicles@gmail.com.
Yeah, if you just want to email us, that's cool too.
Yeah. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you, couch potatoes. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.